未来洗联储还 HDO 洗币会别人抢着来成为国家流通的货币。接下来被国家认可、主权认可、主权流通，甚至大的这沼泽地控制的金融集团流通，这是一定会发生的。
Good morning. Welcome to episode 20 of Crypto News Talk. My name is Bindi. And of course, we want to warn you, this is not financial advice. These are all purely our personal opinion on crypto related topics in a video. If you buy or sell, you have to do your own research and you take your own responsibility. Now, we just want to do some commercial to start out with. We have a Gather account. It is at Crypto News Talk, and our program is live on Beijing, starting at 9 o'clock on a Monday. At Sydney time is 12 o'clock. Remember, it is daylight saving right now. And in New York, it is the day before, Sunday, at 8 p.m. Now, we want to start off by introducing my co-host. Over to you, 007.
Hello, thank you, Bindi. Hello, everyone. I'm True 007. Me and Bindi is going to share this news talk with you guys. Okay. Please, Director PPT number 121. Correct. In this episode, we want to share the hottest topic in the crypto market, FTX. Due to the collapse of FTX, not on effect is still continuing. Said 275 million investment in FTX. SoftBank writes down nearly 100 million in FTX. So back to Bindi, what do you think?
Tomasi, what I read actually is that they've written down 500 million. So, but whichever figure it is a lot of money. Okay, just a lot of money. So let us just get on to the news number 2 or PPT number 2, director. If we can have PP2 number 2. So we want to look at who these people are causing people to lose money. And the money in the magnitude that we're talking about, it is not just a few hundred million here, there. You actually is to the tune of billion. So sometimes they talk about 1 billion, sometimes 2 billion, but it is a lot of money. Okay, 2 billion is a lot of money with many zeros. So we just have a look right now. Who are the culprit behind all this? So you have, of course, the founder of FTX is Sam Bankman-Fried and Gary Wang. So this Sam Bankman-Fried, his name is rather long. CEO and headquartered of the company was in Nassau in Bahamas. Founded in May 2019, CTO is Gary Wang. All these people, they have one thing in common. All these 3 people whose photos are on the PowerPoint, they are all MIT graduates.
Can't hear you, Bindi. No voice. Okay, I think, can you hear me? All right, I think, yeah, there might be problems with the internet on Bindi's side, so I'll continue. Okay, so the FTX, the company, and the Alameda. Yeah, PPT number 2. So continue. Okay, and the FTX was founded by Sam Bankman-Fried and Gary Wang. CEO Sam Bankman-Fried Gary Wang is the CTO, founded in May 2019, okay, in Bahamas, Nassau. Subsidiary is FTX Q in Corp. FTX was the Bahamian cryptocurrency exchange. FTX was incorporated in Antigua and the Bahamas and headquartered in the Bahamas. The exchange was founded in 2019 and as of the February 2020 had over 1 million users. 1 million, it's a big company. Okay, so let's look at these figures. Who are they? FTX, the company, and Alameda. What do you find out that they're all MIT graduates? MIT graduates. Okay, so in a relationship with this Sam Bankman-Fried. So Sam Fried, FTX founder and CEO, in a relationship with Caroline Ellison, Alameda research founder. Yeah, that's a conflict of interest, isn't it? Somehow, the girlfriend, boyfriend in a relationship. And then on the right-hand side, Gary Wang, he's a young graduate, 28 years old, FTX co-founder and CTO, okay, Chief Technical Officer. So he does the technical work, all right, such as open the back doors and so on. I'm sure they work all together as a graduate. And how did the FTX lost its all in 1 week? So Bindi, can you hear me?
I dropped off. I actually was talking to myself and didn't even realize. It's only when I say over to you 2007 that I realized I actually dropped off.
Yeah, that's okay. So I'm doing it at the sides now. The next finish this side, so you can continue. How did the FTX lost its all in 1 week?
Okay, how did they lose it all in 1 week? Now, FTX, of course, we know they had billions of customers' money with them. They have been funneling money to support Alameda research, which is also an affiliate with the bulk of the shares owned by SBF. And 10% by Gary Wang. And by them doing this, they actually been going through they set up the accounting system in such a way that when they funnel money over to Alameda, it does not trigger anything, even for external auditors. So by them doing this, I will say the SBF actually has an intention to defraud the customers as well as the auditors. How did they lose it in 1 week? All because the price of the token went from the height of 52 in March 2022 to suddenly to $3, and of course this trigger off panic. So customers attempted to withdraw $6 billion in 72 hours. And of course, FXT is unable to fulfill that call for funds. And of course, then everything the house of cards, the Ponzi scheme just came crashing down. Over to you, 2007.
I think no matter what they've done, I feel that there must be a invisible hand somewhere that controls them there, or they've been part of the operational team. So it's going to be fine now. So, all right, thank you, and Bindi. Let's look at the next slides. Alameda Research, it's a sister company of FTX. Okay, so, and Alameda Research is the leading principal trading firm, co-founded in September 2017 by Sam Bankman-Fried and Tara McCauley. Well, gotta be make that clear. So Caroline Ellison is the girlfriend of the CEO. Is the SBF girlfriend, and she is also the CEO of Alameda Research. Although Alameda and FTX were originally separate businesses, the relationship was unusual close.
Unusually close, yeah.
Yeah, unusual, very unusual close.
They sleep with each other every now and then.
Well, I'm sure they have exchanged everything information. So this is you're supposed to keep some sort of business secret for prevent from someone. So let's see the PPT3. Close ties and Gary Gensler and chairman of SEC. This is big.
Well,
yeah.
Over to you. You're going to talk about this, yeah.
That my turn or your turn? No.
Your turn.
Okay. This is the most interesting, right? So this is if you look at this whole picture, can we see that? Yeah, we shared in between us. No, do you have the PPT 1, 2, 3? Yeah, PPT 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. The photo shows Sam Bankman-Fried. So for a non-English speaker, I mean, Bankman get fried. This doesn't look like a very good image. Okay, feng shui wise, like someone's your brain is fried. I mean, that means you've gone dumb. But it's not that simple. So anyway, MIT graduates, we can see Gary Gensler, professor at MIT. Who is Gary Gensler? Gary Gensler, okay. In this whole thing, he's supposed to be the judge, okay. So and then all the rest of the guys are just like in the soccer field. They're just players, okay. So if you look at it that way, it becomes clear. But the thing is, they're all graduates from MIT or professor at MIT who taught them. Glenn Ellison is the college head of MIT, and Caroline Ellison, which is the daughter of the head of College of MIT, is MIT graduate, is the daughter of Glenn Ellison. Barbara H. Fried is the mother, okay? Is the mother of Sam Bankman-Fried. Is the co-founder of a political fundraising organization, Mind the Gap. Huge donor to Biden campaign. We're not interested in American politics. We just state the facts, okay? And Sarah Fish Ellison, economist at MIT, the mother of Caroline Ellison. Gary Wang is an MIT graduate. So Gensler and FTX and Brad Katzschema of IEX Exchange held a meeting in March. We saw the calendar. Mainly discussing industry issues that occurred in March. According to Gary Gensler's public calendar, Republicans on the House Finance Service Committee asked how Gary Gensler knew that kind of relationship he had with SBF, a huge Democrat donor. Now we see Gary Wang, the CTO of the photo too. Okay, so Gary Wang is a mystery. Okay, Mr. Mystery. Gary Wang. We don't know whether he's come from CCP or sent by CCP. Normally, for a guy who works like that, it's not normal. It's not just that he is very good at computer program or design or crypto. No, he must be totally tied. Okay, this is what we learned from Miles School over the years. So Gary Wang, Forbes 222 listed in the world billionaire. Richest among them is Gary Wang. Here you go. Age is 28. The co-founder and the chief technology officer of Bahamas-based cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. Back to you, Bindi.
Okay, to what extent Gary Gensler is implicated in this, we will not take a guess, because it will not be fair. Just because in his calendar that he has had that many meetings with FTX, we will let the House committee, Financial Services Committee, they are already launching an investigation into the whole thing. We'll see how everything pans out. But at the moment, we just say, oh, okay, there are some linkage here. They are all these people, they have a common link. They are all coming from MIT, whether they are MIT graduates or MIT professor. So we'll just leave Gary Gensler alone for the time being. So coming back to that thing about how FTX lose it in a week, it is a lot of money that has gone missing. Now, we know that as of now, we still have some, the slide says 1 billion, but there are actually reports also say 2 billion of customers' fund that has vanished. So they've used $10 billion of customer funds in risky bets, out of which they cannot trace $2 billion. 2 billion is a lot of money. So other than Temasek, which has lost money, you actually have Ontario Teachers Pension Fund that has lost 90-something million dollars. So it is huge money that people have saved for a long time. Imagine losing your super. So anybody who loses super, it just means that they are just going to have a hard time for the rest of for their retirement. Now let's have a look at is this PPT 4 already on the slide here? So it started with Caroline Ellison. Caroline Ellison, which is SBF's girlfriend, committed $500 million to fund crypto lender Voyager Digital, $500 million, and then then Voyager went belly up. Okay, so then they lost $500 million. Then SBF then pop up the subsidiary again, or his company again, Alameda, by secretly transferring 10 billion, okay? And then the other two executives who are now been fired by the company, Nishat Singh and Gary Wang, they are aware of it, but they actually have already set up a backdoor in the package, in the software package. So when they moved all these billions of dollars to Alameda, it does not trigger there's no flag to the external auditors. So a large portion of that fund is mysteriously disappeared. Is it really mysterious? We will see how things will pan out as the investigation takes place. Now, let's move on to the next slide. So this is Binance Participation. Over to you, 2007.
Okay, yeah. What you just said, it's like you watch the American Hollywood movie, how the thieves works. The huge, big Mongol thief stolen everything. It'd be like that. So the technical guy, Gary, I think Wang might be played a very important role. Without him, the whole thing should not be designed in such a way. That's my guess, just by read the news. Okay, all right. So let's have a look at what's next. The next, okay, next we're gonna talk about is
Binance Participation.
Yeah, a reported claim that the SBF founder company holds significant amount of FTT, right? Yeah, and reported a leakage balance sheet from Alameda research shows that a company holds a large amount of FTX token, FTT. Reports that the document revealed 40% of Alameda's assets were in FTT. 40%. Okay, Alameda's research FTT. It provided that Alameda depended heavily on its sister company rather than rely on independent asset like other cryptocurrencies or a fiat currencies which would have less risk. So how did the FTX chaos started? Alameda committed $500 million to fund the crypto lenders Voyage Digital.
Oh, we have already been through here.
We've gone
We
through.
will, okay, sorry. So Binance Participation, I should be the one talking about this since I've
That's okay. That's okay. I think when you did that part, the upper line wasn't totally discussed. You know, when the timeline is, you did the bottom line, but it's the upper line. That I think we'll go back to the B. I think I'll let you do the balance participation as planned. How's that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You know, with Binance Participation, how it all happened in actually there was a social media posting by SBF who he just said, well played. This is also well played. So they have Binance exploited the weak point that FTX already has. So on one hand, they say, okay, we're going to come and rescue you. On the other hand, they decided not to. So they were the early investors in the company. They wanted to offload $580 million. Then Alameda said, Caroline Allison actually said, oh, you know, if you want to offload FTX, we will buy, Alameda will buy from you at $22. That's what Caroline said. But of course, the deal didn't actually go through. So Binance CEO, we have been saying that CZ Zhao is actually the white glove for the CCP. That's because Binance is very jealous of FTX because of the role that FTX plays in the crypto market. Because FTX is the ones that has been, they are like equivalent to the crypto reserve bank or crypto Federal Reserve for the crypto world, because they have been coming out, financing other crypto firms, and of course some of them fail. So Binance wants that, is coveting that position that FTX has. So Binance wants to take down FTX, and they exploited the weakness of FTX by toing and froing and say, okay, on one hand, I want to, I will come and rescue, and when it doesn't. And by selling, offloading FTX, it actually brought a lot of fear to the crypto world. And so people offloaded FTT coins, tokens. And so in just three days, the people were just so eager in offloading FTT, and $6 billion US dollars. Who can handle $6 billion worth of withdrawal? And of course, FTX cannot, because in the first place, they have been abusing and embezzling, I would say, the money that the customers' funds. So by Binance pulling out, in actual fact, is just a catalyst of FTX collapsing. So maybe even though SBF has been setting up a backdoor to do all these things that are traditionally not acceptable for a brokerage, but it is actually Binance that gives the FTX the push for it to get over the line into the declaring bankruptcy. And when Binance did that, in effect, he also sent SBF from a multi-billionaire. At his height, he had he was worth $26 billion. But before the crash, he was worth 16 billion, still one of the top 100 richest people in the world. In a day, he went to zero. So on Monday, before the crash, he was worth 16 billion. By Friday, he was worth zero. So in effect, that was the part of Binance played in the whole debacle. So over to you, 2077.
Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, and we go to Miss Mouse Go said, CZ is the CCP's running dog. Okay, you got that slide? Which slide is up to now?
Conclusion.
Conclusion. Okay. Conclusion slides. Conclusion PPT. Have we gone through the conclusion yet?
No.
No. All right. On B now. Okay. Let's have the slides 6. FTX debacle is not over. The eventual collapse of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, Bitfinex, Gemini, Bitstamp, Crypto.com, and others will send crypto prices, Bitcoin prices plunging below 10,000. Well, that's a big statement. We know that this is going soon or not. When you compare with the FTX with Bitcoin, none of them have a so-called stable coin, and then there are a lot of corruptions and a lot of wrongdoings on that. So none of them really have any compliance. Let me think about how, H-coin is great. In fact, SBF is a liar and crook. His personal crypto FTX token, FTT, is basically a Ponzi scheme. He borrowed billions of dollars using his Ponzi token as a collateral, which he was unable to repay. Then he used those real dollars to build an empire out of dying companies like Voyager and BlockFi. SBF stolen billions of dollars, which is already a crime, and he spent a lot of money bringing politicians, which is also a crime, to create a crypto monopoly for themselves. Government regulations don't protect customers. They protect the scammers, which is exactly that SBF is trying to do. That's a big worry. What happened with FTX shows that we clearly do need regulatory clarity in the crypto world. Without a doubt, by now, Gary Gensler should have already pushed the rules to be published. So at least understand how to best operate the market. Gary Gensler has always believed that all cryptocurrencies are securities except Bitcoin. All cryptocurrencies exchanges will be registered with the SEC because they sell securities. He knows that crypto cannot be stopped, so he will try slow down the crypto industry in the US, if not turn into a government monopoly. The House Finance Service Committee announced an inquiry in December to investigate the collapse of FTX. Next one, back to you, Bindi.
Okay, let's have a good look at multi-score video. Do we have a multi-score video?
赵长鹏的死敌就是 FTX。FTX 号称数字货币的央行，数字货币银行的粮仓。赵长鹏就想当这个角色，他当这个角色，谁想让他当？当然共产党。那就想，那你前面障碍是谁呢 ？FTX 的很多的币都存在交易，就在币安，是币安完美的和共产党设计了一个套。本身 FTX 就是有问题的，它过去就很多问题，这一次就让人家给设计了。所以说你这个苍蝇不叮无分的蛋苍蝇和蛋这回都完蛋了这就是 FTX 最核心就一个原因，挪用了客户资金还不上，而挪用的资金被赵长鹏掌握了，赵长鹏还帮助他挪用了资金，而且自己那里呢是参与者，最后把他给撂出去干掉。他以为在清理对手，共产党想这么玩，但是他没想到，这引起了全世界币圈知道赵长鹏是100%共产党，是吧？包括比特币、以太币。所以说，未来所有存在世间的这几个币，只要你能动用客户的钱，你就完蛋。美联储绝对不可能合规法律上任何情况下，财务管理上动用客户1分钱。什么最重要？微针不破，而且不要狂妄。 贪婪、自私、虚假。所以说，他现在搞的叫数字货币恐惧，让全球的政府都去监管数字货币，和共产党一样，把中心化的数字货币的和数字化去中心化的数字货币，它让你所有全球都变成政府垄断的中心化数字货币，彻底的跟他一样垄断数字货币啊！赵长鹏就是这个大手，火币呀，赵长鹏啊，几乎9000多家的全球数字货币里面，一大半都有共产党的影子。这是共产党的叫数字货币超限战，达到丑恶数字货币丑化，把数字货币给邪恶化然后全世界都不相信其他数字货币，然后呢就让全世界都买数字化人民币，达到政府完全中心化数字货币，垄断数字货币，达到然后共产党又在全球数字化货币领先的地位这是很牛叉的下一个倒下的会是哪一个 ？Coinbase 很有可能，然后呢很有可能以太币也会出问题然后呢比特币只是时间的问题，全球会定为犯罪货币全部不准用这就是明年6月份数字货币法出来以前他们要干的事儿
Okay, before this, we have already discussed about Binance CEO Zhao Changpeng, who is the enemy of FTX. But I would like to take a minute just to point out what Nouriel Roubini, who is an economist professor, said during a live panel discussion in Abu Dhabi Finance Week. He said that the crypto ecosystem is completely corrupt in a direct attack on Binance CEO Zhao Changpeng or CZ Zhao. Roubini said he had no idea why the crypto mogul is allowed to live and operate in UAE. And he also noted that Zhao's crypto exchange, which has been banned in UK by British regulators, is under investigation and is under investigation in the US for processing nearly $8 billion in funds from Iran evading US sanctions that have been in place since 2018. So Binance has a lot of illegal non-compliance. And Zhao Changpeng is said to be walking time bomb and should be kicked out of the country and not be allowed to operate there in UAE. But he is. We know there's a reason why Mounsco has said that in a different video before, because UAE is very, very much infiltrated by the CCP. So it's protected, very much protected by the CCP in UAE. Now, how is it? I just want to have a discussion with 2007. Why do you think the Mounsco said that the entire world now knows that Binance and Zhao Changpeng, they are actually supported and CCP is behind them? Why do you think that Mounsco said that the world now knows because of what has happened with FTX? Maybe you want to just dissect this, helping our audience to think, why is it that Mounsco has said this very important statement?
Well, the fact that he said so, okay, this for us is like a religion, okay? We're taking down the CCP, so he said so, he has intel, no one else have. He has proven, verified over again. There's no question in our all whistleblowers' mind, okay? And also in the mind of many other allies, many other, even his enemies as well. So this is no question. So we believe in that, number one. Number two, he pointed out, emphasized the importance of that, then they have another reasons. Moscow have another reason why he pointed out so important it is, because CCP is going to build Hong Kong as the world's digital currency center for his RMB, digital RMBs. And why he does that? He does that in the purpose of trading oils. Instead of with American dollars, he's going to establish the oil and the RMB trading pair. This is fatal to the survival of US dollars pair of US oil. Okay, so the market will be grabbed by the CCP. Look at what Xi Jinping is doing now after the G20. He went there and then, no, that's what it is for. So once the CCP succeed in that, you know what happens? They in order to succeed in the digital trading hub in Hong Kong, what he need to do is make sure the cowards in Western countries like Japan, United States, and Europe about demonize the future of the cryptocurrency. And this is what exactly precisely they did. So by this story we shared, what happens is that no one will trust the SEC anymore because Gary Gensler is a part of it. He's supposed to be regulators, make the rules, but he's been delayed. Why? I mean, this delay really is harmful to the U.S. people, U.S. economy, and the strength of the U.S. in relation to, to really emphasize on the importance of the future of cryptocurrency to leading the next human race. This trend you can't stop, so you can only do your best to give policies, guidelines, and safeguard that so the customer, like those basketball player, big guys, they all lose all the money in the FTX. These things should be prevented. If you are a regulator, you are supposedly protecting the customers. But never done. Okay, I never seen any trace of that. I mean, the customer will lose money; they're not going to get anything back. Thank you for that. That's all.
Okay, we are going to continue our discussion in tonight's program, Business News on FTX, taking a slightly different spin to the topic. We are going to explore the second part of CCP's fingerprints all over FTX. So thank you very much for your time. If we are slightly over, we will be back next week at the same time for another episode 21 of Crypto News Talk. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bindi. Thank you, Tech Director. Thank you, Huan Zhen.